Hey guys and girls, Nathan Birch here from the B.Invested headquarters today, answering in questions specifically from you guys in the community. Getting this question asked to me a lot recently. Should I fix my interest rates or should I leave them variable? As we all know, Birch is not a financial advisor, and specifically, I'm not your financial advisor. So, none of this stuff constitutes as financial advice, even though I am your favorite friend that talks weird stuff on the internet and gives you lots of non-financial advice. Today, I'm going to be talking about my view, my perspective of how I see the financial market at the moment, how I see things evolving over the next 12, 24, 36 and beyond sort of months. A lot of people are writing into me fearful because the RBA Governor, Philip Lowe, is talking about increasing interest rates. There's a lot of talk in the media about the interest rates rising, where they've been, very, very low for quite a while. And a lot of people are fearful of it. And, what is the synopsis of it? I'm not going to go into that too much today because I've talked about it specifically in bigger videos where my views are that interest rates are stuck at zero interest rate policy. Can interest rates go up? My personal viewpoint, and this is my personal view only, I saw them going to try and do this, and they're going to try and squeeze the market and try and reverse monetary policy, which would mean pushing interest rates up, whether it become at the RBA level or at your bank level. Either one of them, I believe the maximum that the market could hold would be 2 times 25 basis point rate increases. So that would mean 25 basis point is 0.25%. So potential of a 0.5% interest rate increase, whether it be given to you from the RBA directly or third party via the lending retail banks. Reality is that the whole financial system is stuck, right? We've got what we've got to remember is some facts here. We haven't seen a rate increase since the year 2010. The last rate rise was in 2010 from the RBA. So that is 12 years ago, we saw our last rate rise from our central bank. Since then, the rates have either been on flat or down. We're at a historic level of 0.1%, which is 10 basis points. Before this, they were stuck for a period of about 3 years at 1.5%. So they're literally less than 1/10 of where they were 2 years ago, and they were stuck there for 3 years. So what would be the chance of them going back to where they were even a year ago or 2 years ago? 18 months ago, interest rates started to fall, and they've made their downward trend from June 2019 to about February 2020, and here we are still stuck at 0.1%. Reality is what has happened since the rate started to fall down is that our government has taken out over $1 trillion worth of debt. Every homeowner out there, or most homeowners, have got themselves into copious stupid amounts of debt, which is unrepayable. When you realize that debt is money, right? Debt is money. For you to get money to start off with, it's created from the central bank. When they create, let's say they create $1,000, they give that $1,000 out, but you have to pay interest on that $1,000. So if you paid that $1,000 back, where's the interest going to go from? Someone's going to have to go and borrow that interest. So looking at the chance of interest rates going up, we are now stuck at this critical level of zero interest rate policy, because if interest rates went up, the government's now got $1 trillion worth of debt. If the interest rate just went to 1% interest rate, that means that the government that's now paying 10 basis points will be paying 10 times what they are today for that 1% interest rate rise. And that's not even where it was before the alleged illness came and hit everyone. So looking at the chances of interest rates rising, like people asking, am I fearful of it? What am I doing about it? It's a natural part. I still believe we're going to zero interest rate policy, which is we're basically there now, into negative interest rates, and I can see that being a very real thing. I think what they've done with APRA and tightening of the interest rates is that they've put a buffer. If we're sitting at the bank at the moment, we drop interest rates from where they are today down to negative, that means everybody could afford an interest rate. But if they put a buffer of 3% on top, when they go below the level of zero, that means that there'll be a buffer for people at an entry point for people to be able to be assessed on and a level of entry to get into the market and be able to get that debt. So I did say in my broadcast in March 2020, where I said that we're going to see the hyperinflation. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It was a very popular video out there on YouTube. On YouTube it was. But as far as hyperinflation is concerned, I said that we'd start to see that within the first 3 years, but it would take about another 5, 6, 7 years for that to really ramp up. And I've been talking about it, even down to little necessity items that you'd be buying. Everything's risen over the course of the last 12 months and becoming more and more expensive. So they're going to try and stop inflation, but if they stop inflation, they're going to have to try and rise interest rates. The economy is dead. The only reason why the economy existed is because it was made up of stimulus packages, cheap debt, and it's a fake system. People say, is the property market in a bubble? Is it going to crash, etc.? It's all in a bubble because it's all from the money. The money is the problem. The money is a bubble. And reports just came out today, as of time of filming this, that the US inflation rate is now 6.4%, which I think is a lie. Australia is 3%. Tell me what has not gone up by 3%. Find me some items that have not gone up by at least 3%. Everything's gone up greater than 3% in the last 12 months. So we're starting to see hyperinflation carry on. If they increase interest rates, it will stop inflation, but it will completely throw the economy off a cliff. It would be very fun to watch, and we're going to be watching it because we're going to go through it. But they're going to try and use fear and different things to try and dampen that market. Back in 2019, in February 2019, I did a video. It was actually a live event that I was doing in Sydney, where I was talking about the interest rates would drop no earlier than 90 days, but no later than 120 days. And from February 2019, I think it was February 2019, it may have been March, whenever it was that I took it. In June, the 4th of June, we saw the first interest rate cut, and we had them bang on to every day that we predicted that they would come down. So at the same time that I recorded that, the RBA Governor, Governor Philip Lowe had come out, and he said that the next interest rate move would be up, right? And I said, no, it would be down. And what did they do? They reduced it. So can you believe the central bank, right? They're the ones that are there controlling all of us, right? They own the whole chessboard that we're playing on. So do I see and feel that, am I scared that interest rates are going to go up? They might go up. They might try and push them up by 0.25% rate hikes. But at that point, the market would find its ceiling. I don't even think they can increase it by one full 25% rise. So the chances of them increasing rates, they may increase the rates, which would double the cost of interest, which would go from 0.1% to 0.2%, right? Let's watch out, see what they do, etc. Yes, the banks are making bets as far as fixed interest rates rising and all that sort of stuff, but I personally have not fixed any. 0 of my loans have been fixed, are fixed. They're all just variable, and that's the way I am leaving them at the moment. But am I to say, should you go fix them, should you go leave them variable? That is up to you. I'm just delivering you my thoughts, my analysis of the market, and sharing that with you with a different alternative view and all the bullshit that's being fed to you from the media. So, it's funny, no one believes the media when they talk about certain illnesses. No one believes the media when they talk about certain other things. But as soon as they say, there could be an interest rate rise, everyone gets fearful and goes, I must be scared about it, right? But, it's up to you, whatever decision you make. For me, I know where interest rates are going. I know where our currency is going. I know where our financial system is going, and that is off a fucking cliff, right? Interest rates cannot be increased. If you think interest rates are going to go up to 2%, 5%, 10%, you got fucking rocks in your head. It's never going to happen. I'd love to take bets against you. I'd love to take bets against all you guys, and I actually do take bets against you because that's why I go out there and purchase assets in the market, because we are stuck on a cheap interest rate environment, a debt-fueled orgy in our financial system. And that is what our financial market is made up of. And I don't see interest rates going up any further than 0.25% rate rises. If it does occur, it may happen throughout 2022, but I would predict that somewhere in the following 12 months, we would see the rates come down again. And when they come down, they'll probably have to go through to that negative level. So, yeah. chance of interest rates going up. Possibility, I did say it probably about 6 to 8, maybe 12 months ago. I said in some of my videos that interest rates could go up, and when they could go up, they could go up by 2.25% rate hikes at tops, at maximum. It's never going back to where it was because there's so much cheap fuel debt out there in the market, and your governments have had an orgy on it, your big corporations have, everyone that's bought a house has, and if they increase it, they're going to kill every part of the economy. So it would be fun to see either way. Make sure you protect yourself. If you need help on strategy or on a way to overcome that, reach out to us, 1300 367 925. Hit us up at admin@binvested.com.au. Have a great day and catch up soon. Bye for now.